When I start with the project wherein I need to do the installation verification for the installations I have done for CQRS, for each single project, we should create a folder with the prospect code name and giving the product name after that. So, for a particular prospect P012345, I have created a folder. To create a folder, as we all know, I create a folder like this. I say a folder has been created and then I give it the name P012345, which is the prospect code, and the name CQRS. Having created this particular folder, there are two things that I will fill into this, or I will put into this. The first is another folder called as photo CQRS. You can rename this as photo CQRS P012345. This is to identify the photographs for that particular unique project. Plus, you may also say, in case you have more than one panels, then you may say photo CQRS P012345 and you say P1, that is for panel 1. If I had similarly for the same project panel 2, panel 3 and so on, I would say photo CQRS 012345, P2, P3 and so on and so forth. I would rename all my folders accordingly. Now, what does this particular folder contain? This folder contains all the photographs and a video of all the required parts of the installation, which we learned during the technical training program. Now, when you open up your Excel file, you will find within the Excel file a number of photographs are required here. So, what I have done is that I have actually numbered each one of the photographs in accordance with this serial number given here, giving them a name appropriate to the name which is coinciding with the name which is mentioned here in photo or video checklist. So, when I'm later on doing my activity of filling in the CQRS installation verification input sheet, then it becomes easy for me to decide which photograph do I need to link to which column. Now that I have both of these together, my next step will be to get into the CQRS installation verification input sheet and start working on it. Please note that both the photograph folder as well as the Excel sheet need to necessarily be as a part of the folder which is P012345 CQRS. If we remove any one of these from the position, then the links that we will create will be lost and we will not get to see the will not be able to open up the right files. So in case you have a P2, P3, etc., save them in the same folder. Now that we know which of the files or pictures are important and how we can zip them together, let us first feed in the data for the installation feedback input sheet. Open the Excel sheet and this is what you will see in there. Each one of these sheets, that is the installation sheet, has to be filled up for one project at a time, which can be seen or which can be validated by looking at the prospect code. Now, to begin with, let us see that this particular project may have one or more panels. You will fill up one sheet for each one of these panels. So, panel 1, fill up the complete sheet, copy this onto panel 2 and make the changes as required and so on and so forth. You already have these panels ready for you. If you want to add more, I will show you how to add also. Now here we can see, let us start filling in the details. This is CBA name. Let's say the CBA name, I'm taking a sample, is Complete Safety Solutions. The prospect code is P012345. The customer name is Link Manufacturing. In case you have given a reference number, please use that. The invoice for this particular case is P123234. Date of installation 25th April 2022, and the installation has been done by company. It could be your own teammate who was trained by Ceasefire, or an authorized person from another organization who has also been trained by Ceasefire. Let's say this is your colleague who's been trained, Robert Smith. Now there are a set of instructions given here which I strongly suggest that you go through, as these are going to explain to you how to fill up this Excel sheet. However, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to fill these up as well, so you can go through these at leisure. There are 3 sections that you need to fill up: the quality checklist, testing and commission, installation photos and videos. Let's start with the first. There are a number of statements which are given in the quality checklist. These statements are as per the guidelines that we have from LPCB. Go through each statement. If your installation has been as per those, then use the drop down in each one of these columns to give the response as yes. In case in any one of these your response is no, let's say taking an example here, if the response is no, giving a remark becomes mandatory. Let's say here we say the pressure was 11 bars. I am giving this to you only as a sample. Responding to each one of these questions is mandatory. You should either have an answer as yes, or if the answer is no, there should be a remark against it. Let's go down to testing and commissioning. The same procedure needs to be repeated. Go through each one of these statements here. In case everything is as it is stated, please let the response remain yes. You can use the drop down to make a change if required. And where the answer is not as per the statement given here, you may give a response as no. For example, statement 10, testing of output sounder circuit. If external sounder is installed, we'll say no, and here we say external sounder not installed. Now here we have another section which is installation photos and videos. Please note, each one of these photographs and videos are mandatory. You need to have a yes in each one of these, right? So here we start saying, in case for some reason you do not have a picture, please mention the reason why, and using the drop down you can change that to a no. What I had told you right at the beginning of the session was, all these pictures should be, if I may show you, all pictures should be in one folder. Give them a name and a number in accordance with the statement that you have seen over here. Now let us start hyperlinking the pictures here, or you may want to put the picture number. As you can see, in this particular folder, all the pictures have been numbered in accordance with the numbers or the serial number given here. We can either use the serial number or we can do the hyperlink. So for example, if I were to show you the hyperlink, click on the column here which is coinciding with HST laying. Do a right click on your mouse or the mouse pad on your laptop. Click on link. Go to the folder where all the pictures are there. Click on photo 1. Because that is the first one, HST laying, okay, and you can see that the picture has got hyperlinked over here. Please note, after this hyperlinking is done, you cannot move the two files, that means the folder containing all the pictures or the Excel file from the position that they are saved in the main folder. The linking will then be shifted. HST out of the panel, and similarly we will hyperlink all of them. Link, let me see, HST out of the panel, that is 2, this is the one, okay, and so on. Now as you can see here, all the pictures have got hyperlinked and we have responded to every single statement here, giving a remark where the response is no. Now how do we save this file? To save this file, save as, and at the end of this give the same number as the prospect code. So we say P 012345 CQRS and we save. So the file has got saved using the specific prospect code. Therefore, it is unique. Now, if this prospect code had more than one panel, so all you need to do is move a copy, move to the end, click on create a copy. Okay. So you can see a copy of panel 1 has got created here, and you can rename this as panel 5. So one by one, you can keep adding details of the panel, making changes, putting in fresh pictures and fresh remarks as required.